Hello. During the next 10 minutes, I really just want to take you through the initial stages of installing the control point ingestion monitoring software. The server that we're going to perform the installation on is one of the central control point servers, and how that's been defined is that we do have a number of the control point and idle components installed and running on this particular server. Just very quickly, I'm going to show you those components so you get some idea of what software has already been pre-installed from the control point of view. So as you can see, we have the content engines, we have the control point engine, we have the idle server, OGS, Metastore, all installed on this particular server. The software doesn't have to be or can be installed on a native Windows box that is part of the domain, but there's one additional stage in configuring the software, and there'll be a separate video which will show you and take you through that process. So to install the software, you've obviously by now probably downloaded the software kit and extracted the contents to a separate file. To start the implementation, simply run the setup file. The application is digitally signed, and you will see the StoreX Limited publisher that's been assigned to the code. By running install, we're going to install the software onto this server, and we will, once installed, the code will automatically be executed. So, as you can see from what's displayed on the screen at the moment, we've automatically discovered the number of connectors that have been installed as part of our control point environment. There are 5 connectors that have been automatically discovered, and if we look at the first connector in the top left hand corner, basically you will see that as it's highlighted the server that this particular connector resides on, the port, available slots for us to monitor any active tasks, the amount of outstanding time until those particular jobs are due to finish, and we also monitor the any jobs that are queued or have finished, and the associated time of when those jobs were last entered into the associated queue file or log file. At the very bottom, there is a scan interval. For monitoring the connectors, we perform a polling activity. So every 20 seconds, in this particular definition, we will go out and poll the connector for information. The information is pretty small, so there's no overhead really on the environment, but you can change the scan interval to whatever interval you decide would be suitable for your environment by selecting the drop-down menu. There is an option where you can also select 0, and basically by selecting 0, we are disabling scanning. You will have probably noticed that the host box at the very top will change color and flash green every so often. And that's basically showing that when it turns green, we're actually polling the individual connector and acquiring information. So I'll just change this one back to a scan interval of maybe 30 seconds, and that's the initial installation complete. The next video in this series, we will go on and start to configure the framework, the Metastore, the content engines, and also how to monitor the control point services. I hope you found this useful, and I would definitely recommend you looking at the additional videos. Thank you.